Hey, how are you guys? Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of our podcast. My name is JC Diaz.
My name is AMIE.
Welcome everybody to another episode. If I'm not mistaken, this is episode 21. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
um, we have we have a couple things we want to talk about today. Um, our main topic is gonna be the pressure to have kids. Should a couple be financially ready before they think about having kids or before they have kids? A lot of people grow up and they decide to have a kid and they don't prepare, and with having a kid comes financial responsibilities. But that's gonna be our main topic today. We really hope you guys like this topic. We're gonna explain, some of my own experience, and we'll discuss,
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: how was your week this week?
It was great. I'm doing good. What about you?
Really good, really good. I was up in New Jersey this week, and I got to go up north for work, and I'm back. I'm happy to be home.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be home. But before let's go ahead and start the show. We're gonna go ahead and do the introduction of the show, and we'll be right back. Hey, we are back, guys. We are back with you. I want to start the podcast by giving a shout out to a couple people. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Tom Sullivan. He's one of my coworkers, and his wife. I want to give a shout out to the both of them. We want to say from the two, for the both of us, we want to say thank you for your continued support, and we are definitely looking forward to having the both of you as a guest on our podcast. It would be amazing if we could have you guys as our first guests in our podcast. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. And we want to say thank you, and we are going to continue to make great content, for you and for all the other people that subscribe and follow us. Right?
It's an honor that there are people who appreciated our videos.
Yes, this actually motivates us to continue to go, to keep going, to keep making great content, to keep striving to get better at what we're doing. Because we are learning, we are not experts.
Yeah.
We are learning,
Yeah.
but we're trying. We're trying our
sharing our
best.
thoughts, our
Yes.
experience. That
Yes.
hopefully it can help you guys.
Yeah, so we wanted to say thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so before we start with our main topic,
Yeah.
I want to talk about something that I've seen in this week, the last couple days. There are a couple of videos out there. There's a few videos on the internet, and this really worries me a lot. There has been a wave or of violence, of random people just attacking women. There's a video of this black girl who, we don't know the whole story, but there's a video of her. She seems to be out of it. She seems to be drunk or drugged or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And there's three white girls beating the crap out of her. And we wanted to say our thoughts and prayers are going to that person. And I hope that the perpetrators of such an evil act, will pay for what they did. It's really sad that we are in 2026, and this is the times we are living in the United States.
Yeah.
It's really
For
sad.
me, you should know your friends, know your people. Like, they might be, see, she was not feeling well. She's like unconscious, and she didn't know that her friends did that to her.
Her so-called friends,
But that's
you
what
know.
she thought, and now their intentions were not like good friends.
Yes.
That is like, that's why all of us, we need to make sure who we trust, our friends, or what's in our friends. Like, if they're good in front, we need to make sure that they're also good when we're not around.
And that is a fact. And this also brings me to Nolan Wells. There are still hasn't been anything that we haven't found out anything new about what's going on. We are asking for justice for Nolan Wells. What happened to Nolan Wells? That's what everybody is been wondering. I hope that the people from the state of Mississippi who are in charge of doing these investigations, they actually do their job and they continue to investigate because we need answers to what happened to Nolan Wells. The other thing I've seen is I saw a video of this random dude, random black guy who literally was talking to himself, was recording, and then he decides to punch a girl that was literally just passing by. And he went on a rampage, just talking a lot, like he was out of his mind. And he punched this girl, then chased another girl. I'm gonna say this, and this is for everybody, but mostly for women. When you are out there, you need to be aware of your surroundings. When you are out there, it is becoming more and more dangerous. And I'm telling you this, you have to be on defensive mode. Just because you pass by someone, do this. I always do this. If I pass by someone, I always do this real quick because you never know. That person can be walking by just like that dude did with that poor girl and literally just caught her by surprise. Always be on defensive mode. Be aware of your surroundings when you get out of your car, on the parking lot. If you're going to Walmart, if you're going to the store, look around you because there are so many crazy people out there, and always be aware. And I think a lot of these people who are acting up, it has to do a lot with the financial economic situation the country is experiencing right now. And there are a lot of people who have mental issues that haven't been addressed. And for everybody, always be on vigilant, defensive mode, and be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, stay away. If you're alone, stay away from a lot of people, or just take care of yourself. And when you're in your car, you need to lock your car because you don't know when someone's hiding, especially when you go to work and it's dark. You need to look out first before you open the door.
Yes.
And at the same time, don't stay in that area. Walk where there are lights.
Yes. Always stay where there's lights. We're not trying to make everybody paranoid with this. We're just saying stay aware of your surroundings. You know, if you're elderly person, you know, someone by yourself, you know, stay aware of your surroundings. Assume, I'm not saying be paranoid, but assume that anybody that's out there that you don't know is out to get you, and just be vigilant, because the way things are going in this country, from what I'm seeing, we are gonna have to pack a gun wherever we go. The way things are in this country right now, we are all gonna have to start carrying. Because trust me, if that man, and I know he caught her by surprise, if she would have had a gun, I think the man would have thought 2 times before doing what he did. I think he would have thought about it.
And she can defend herself.
And she could at least try to defend herself.
Yeah.
We are in a situation in this country that we cannot trust anybody that we don't know, and we are gonna have to start carrying a gun. That's the way it is here. So we just wanted to say to those people, our thoughts and prayers are with them, to those victims. And I hope that, the officials, whoever is in charge, please don't, if you catch this guy, don't let him out. We saw on the news that the guy has been in and out of the prison system for like 12 times now.
Yeah.
And look, the next time this guy gets out, if he does, I hope he doesn't, he's going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And that's is that what we are waiting for?
Yeah.
For him to kill somebody?
Don't wait for that. Like, it's what he did was already a threat to people's in that area.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it
what
was
if
aggravated assault.
Yes. What if one time he's like, I want to kill?
Exactly.
Hopefully not. Like,
It's like putting a lock on your house after somebody already robbed your house.
Yeah.
Like we need to prevent these things from happening. We
True.
cannot wait for them to happen.
True.
So I just wanted to say that we just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a question for you because I just wanted to start this podcast in a different way. You know what I mean? What is your all-time most favorite movie? What's your favorite movie of all time, and why?
I have because I watch a lot of movies, and there are like cartoons, anime, and if it's like what do you call that, like person movie, like fantasy. But overall, I really love The Lord of the Rings.
Is that your number one?
It's my number
all
one.
time
Because
greatest movie?
yeah, that's the.
Wow.
But the first movie that I watched when I was young, it was like 2000 2000. It was Titanic. But The Lord of the Rings, I love the stories, and I fell in love with Orwin, even though I'm not lesbian, but I was like, it looks magical when she's. I still remember when she talked when she's in the big river.
She did a great job in that movie.
And then when I watch it again, because I was young,
Yeah.
I don't know the story. But now that I watched it when I was in college, the story is really beautiful. Like, it was a trilogy. What do you call that? Like
The trilogy.
Trilogy.
Yeah.
It's long. Both three movies, long hours.
3 hours each.
Yes, but you will watch like the details. Like, how did this person made this story? Because
The
it's
movie
fantasy.
keeps you engaged
Yes.
the entire time.
I love that movie. Like, it's one of the best.
And you know what's crazy is the 3 hour movies are not even the extended edition. There's an extended edition. There's almost 4 hours.
Yes, that's why I love that movie.
It's an amazing movie.
People will say but there are people who say that no, it's just common. It's not common. It's one of the best. That's why they got Oscar awards.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna argue with you. The Lord of the Rings is one of the all-time great movies. But you will be surprised that is not my number one movie of all time.
But I would say that because before it was like, when was that? 2000. It's just that they're advanced, but now it's more advanced.
I think Lord of the Rings came out 1999 or 97.
2000. I don't know. But
I don't think it was.
But
2000.
I watched it when I was like 2000. So I was young, and I don't know because I don't speak English. But I was like, I don't know what's the story. But I watched it the whole movies. But I don't know. It's just because I don't understand English. I just know the flow because of the action in the movie. But I don't know when is The Lord of the Rings. But the graphics, the people, it's a lot. It's amazing. I love that movie and the story. It's very captivating.
According to ChatGPT, Titanic was released in 1997. And I think Lord of the Rings was 2003.
2000, yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
So what is your, the best movie of all time?
My favorite number one movie of all time, and to this day is you've seen that guy, right?
I heard that guy. The meme?
Yeah. He's one of the WWE guys. To this day, To this day.
That sounds.
My number one all-time greatest movie is Titanic.
Really?
I love Titanic. I love the storytelling in the movie. I love how Rose, that's a true love story right there.
Really?
And that's the romantic side of me, right?
He loves
That
love
loves
story.
that movie. I love how they came together, how whoever wrote the movie put it all together, how they met, how even though she was with a millionaire, she felt so lonely. She didn't feel like she belonged in that circle. She belonged, she felt like her and Jack were more equal. You know what I mean?
You know, a lot of critics say, like, especially women, they say, like, how come Rose choose Jack when Jack is poor,
Yeah, yeah.
and the other guy is rich? Well, you don't know when a person is in love. So.
When you fall in love, money doesn't matter.
Yes, yes.
Let me tell you the I love that movie so much that when it came out, I think I was 18, 17. I think 18,
Yeah.
17, 18 or 17. And I went and saw it 3 hours. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back inside and watch it again. So I went right back inside.
That's
I
crazy.
came back out after the movie was done, paid
Did it
for the
again.
ticket, and went right back in and watched it again. 6 hours I was
That's a
at
sad
the movie
movie,
theater.
though.
It is a sad
It's
movie.
a sad movie.
It is a sad movie, and but let me tell you the scene that I love the most,
Yeah.
and that's what literally took me out. That scene is when Rose is on the boat, that the lifesaver boat,
Yeah.
where they have the group
Oh,
of
they
women
were
and they're
crying.
going down, and she's looking, and Jack is looking down right next to the millionaire, the fiance, right? And Rose is looking up, and she jumps off the boat.
Yeah.
And she runs back to Jack, and he's like, Rose, what are you doing? She's like, Jack. And then she walks up, and then she hugs Jack, and she's crying. She says, you jump, I jump. I'm not going anywhere with you, Jack. I want to be with you.
He knows everything.
Man, I love that movie. That movie is I can watch that movie a million times, and a million times I'm in love with that movie. It's
My
favorite.
mama loved Titanic.
Oh my God.
I remember I watched Titanic. I was super young, and then we watched it because my uncle, my auntie, they have a TV, and then the VHS, and it's mostly people who have that are kind of rich people. They have class, they're middle class. We watched it in the TV and then put in the VHS, and there's a scene that is a scene for a couple scene, and those people was like, don't watch.
Close your eyes. yeah. I remember
That's why
that.
I remember Titanic.
Yeah.
And
That movie was amazing.
yeah, it's like I still
Amazing.
remember that movie. That movie is good. Like,
Yes, but all right. So now that we have moved on from reminiscing on those great times, let's get into our main topic, right? Our main topic is the pressure to have kids. How important is it to be financially prepared before you decide to have kids? I usually let you go first, right?
yeah.
What do you think? Why is it so important to be financially prepared? Or do you think it's important to be financially prepared before you have kids? Why?
Based on my experience, that my father's siblings, we are 10 in the family, and I know what it feels like to have nothing. Like, there are times that we don't have food to eat, but I mean, not like the whole week. There are times like only this dinner, lunch, we don't have food to eat, and we need to borrow money. We need to have this. Like, now that I'm adult, we don't have kids as for now. It's just that when I was young, it's like poverty will make you mature. I think for me,
Absolutely.
because we're 10. And then when I think about like, not having this, buying this, even though it's a parent's what do you call, obligation, it's just that we can't say anything because we know that our parents cannot afford this. And I told myself I will never do this if I have kids. Like if my kids want to have new shoes or want a basketball, or I mean my parents can, like, there are times that my parents can afford that, but not like people. There are people that come by like right away. Oh, you need this? Like, oh, I will buy you this one. You want Nintendo? We don't have that sports. We don't have bicycle when we were young. We just only borrow from our cousins, our neighbors, and we don't, because I know we know that we're poor, and I love my parents, but like having like, because they have 10 kids. It's hard to raise 10 kids. Before, when I was young too, I was like, it's nice to have 10 kids because it's really, because it's,
I couldn't imagine raising 10 kids.
no, it's because you are all like, it's funny in the house. Like you all get along and you make fun with each other. Like the
Especially
childhood
Filipinos.
memories.
Filipinos are well known for making fun of other Filipinos.
Yeah, the childhood memories. That's really big. And I promise, like, not promise, but like, I want to have 10 kids, but I want to be successful. But now that I'm successful, I'm thinking like, I cannot have 10 kids.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
10 kids is
That
a
based
lot.
on my experience, you need to be financially ready, and like it's not easy to have kids financially.
Yes.
Emotionally, yes, because parents is like training on the go. Because you don't have kids when you were from your past life, or you
You're
just
pretty much learning on the go.
yes, it's like you need to, like, being a mother, you need to know what if there's something wrong with the kid, the child, the baby is sick, like you don't know, and then
kids don't come with a manual.
yes,
You don't know how they're gonna be.
But yeah, it's you need to, for me, you need to be financially ready, and both of you get along with this, talk about this kind of planning to have extended family. But at the same time, for me, because in that situation a lot of people are asking, make some babies. Not make some babies, but
Like, when are you gonna have a baby? You've been together for a couple years now. What's
yes.
going on?
Yeah, and you're married already. How come you don't have kids? Well, it's not that easy. You need to be financially, emotionally, like stable. Like you need to be unselfish. You need to be selfless. Like you don't care if I'm right now, because I love to buy things for me. I love to do this for me. When I have a baby, when we have kids, I can't do that. Maybe I can, but you need to sacrifice for your children.
Yes. Once you have a kid, it's over for you.
Yeah.
Everything you do, what do you call it, revolves around that kid.
Yes, you need to take care of your kids. You need to dress them good. You need to.
They come first.
Yes, like that's why, like, a lot of women, not a lot, but there are women that, guys, this is what I don't like. The guys will cheat because, oh, my wife is already ugly. She's fat, but that woman cooks in the house. You don't know how she struggled with the kids in the house while you husband go out work. I know you struggle with your work, but women in the house, they work too with kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why it's like people would cheat. The audacity that people would do that, because we have our things, we have our hormones. When we have menstruation, and it is painful to us, and then we have kids. And then this guy will do something stupid, like, don't do that, and then blame the wife. Oh, I cheated because you're fat now. You're not the same the way when you were before. It's because she's kind of like unselfish. Like she's focusing with the children. Mostly, and women are like that. And I can say that to my mother. She sacrificed a lot because we're 10 in the house. Our father will go out to work. And it's really hard to raise 10 children.
It's really hard.
It's a lot, like, but I love the way we are right now, because we're financially stable and we're inspired by our parents, because that's how strong our parents are, and they raised us good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, parents tell us, like, go to school, you need to do this. They didn't say like be like us, but like be like you have a career, so that if you have kids or if you're planning to have extended family, you can provide your family.
Why is it important to be financially ready to have a kid? Why?
It's because needs, you need to have the basic needs of the children, the food to eat, the shelter, the things that children want, the toys. It's a lot. Not only when they're babies, they will turn adults or they turn teenagers. You need to be financially, I would say financial is really, you need to have, not to have a lot of money, but it's better. But it's an obligation.
It's a big responsibility.
It's lifetime obligation. It's
Once you have a kid, a son or a daughter,
Yes.
is pretty much the rest of your life.
yes. It's because
Even after they grow up.
it's not their fault to have this in this world. You brought them here. You
Yes.
provide them their needs and wants.
Yes.
What about you?
I think it's important to be financially ready to have a kid, and this is coming from my own experience, because, like you said, is first of all, you decide to bring a kid or a child to this world, and if you are not ready to support that kid, now you're bringing that kid to struggle with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're still struggling to find yourself as a person, financially, mentally, you have a good job, you already at least have your own apartment, if you're not ready, why are you bringing a kid to struggle? You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is bring another human to this world that's already sometimes a miserable world, and you are struggling financially. Now you're bringing that
Now
kid to
you're
struggle
bringing-
with you. And a lot of people do that, and I've been there, and I did that too when I was young. I wasn't ready financially to have kids, and I still had kids, and I pay the price for it. You know what I mean? And I love my kids, and I will give the world for them. But you have to be financially prepared you have to prepare yourself mentally and financially to have a kid. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I looked up on ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT, what is the average you need to raise a child? What is the average salary, or how much does it take to raise a child? In the United States, a commonly cited estimate is that it costs roughly $300,000 to $350,000 to raise one child from birth to age 17. And this is not including college. Like, if you get, eventually you get to a place financially where you can help them, and you can help them go to college, which the majority of the parents cannot do because they cannot afford it. That's not even including that. It's $300,000 to $350,000.
That's for only one.
For one kid. So if you have two, that's $700,000. And if you have 10, forget about it. You might as well just. I don't want to say that word, but first of all, you have to provide housing for the kid, right? Food and childcare. And transportation. If you have two kids, now you have to get a little bit of a bigger car, because you need to have a bigger car, and with a bigger car comes what? More gas you're gonna spend. So now your life is getting more and more expensive. Uniforms for school, shoes. When they're little, they use like 1,000 diapers a month because they're peeing and pooping machines. That's what they do. It is so expensive. It is a big responsibility, and I think that I've always said this: until a man is not ready and cannot afford, a man that still lives with his mom and cannot afford his own place and to pay his own bills should not get in a relationship, first of all, until he's ready, like to move in with a woman, right? If you're not ready and you can cover your own bills, you should not get in a relationship, and definitely should not have a kid. Definitely. Now, once you have a good career and you're able to afford your bills and you have a plan financially, like you have like we talked about it in our previous videos, if you have an emergency fund saved, you already graduated from college, you have a great career, you know, you're mentally prepared, you have your house, you are at least renting a house, you know, because it doesn't have to be that you bought a house, but at least renting a house. If you're ready and you can cover all that, then you can think about having a kid. But I will suggest that, because honestly, the person that you get together with is gonna make a big difference in your life. And you know, unfortunately, we don't know until you live with that person. You don't know how that person is until you live with them. But I think that if you're not on the same page with that person, trust me, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt, because it will come back and bite you in the butt. It only takes one time and that person is gone, and now you're in the hole. It's just the way it is, you know, it's reality, it's life. And I'm talking about both sides, for women and men, you know. So do not, I'm telling you right now, do not have a kid if you are not financially ready, because once you have that kid, your life doesn't revolve around you and your spouse anymore. Your life revolves around that child. And I've always said that there's this old school type of way, and I know in the Philippines they're like that. They're also like that in Dominican Republic, that they have kids and then they say, you know, when you grow up, you're gonna have to support me. Now here in the US is different. Okay, here in the US, I've always said, my son didn't ask to come to this world. We decided to bring him to this world, right? And yes, he's happy to be in this world, but my son doesn't owe me anything financially. Nothing. If I messed up my life when I was young, if I made the wrong decisions, and I'm at an age where now I'm struggling financially because I made the wrong decisions, it is not my son's responsibility to support me and get me out of the decisions that the bad decisions I made in the past. It is not it's not his responsibility. Now, if he went to college and he's got a great career, he's making really good money, and it comes out of him without you asking, and it comes out of him and say, you know what, Dad, I'm gonna help you. Let's, you know, I'm gonna pay for your apartment, or I'm gonna do this. Then it's okay, but it has to come out of them. You shouldn't put it on them and say, well, I gave you life, I raised you, even though I was struggling financially. We struggled the entire time you were growing up, and I'm still struggling, but you should support me now. I don't see it that way.
It's just there are parents who are like, oh, I made you, not like made, but you know, you came from me. You will never be, you'll never be standing in front of me without like me. You should be grateful, thankful, and give everything for me, like back, like because I gave you this before, now you give it this before, you need to pay back. Like, there are parents who are like that, which is really kind of like, it's like, and I would say it's very common in the Philippines.
It puts a lot of pressure
It's just
on a person. It puts a lot of pressure on you as a person to have someone constantly telling you, you know, I gave birth to you, you are supposed to support me now.
It's just, especially for the eldest siblings, mostly they suffered a lot, it's because parents like, oh, I give you the obligation. You're like, because for us, siblings are like the, parents, mother and father. They're like
There's
the
hierarchy. There's
temporary.
hierarchy
Yes,
in siblings.
temporary as a parent too.
Yeah.
But siblings, but the highest in the siblings, it means you will stand like a father, or a parent. But still, the highest are the parents. It's just that their parents are like, oh, obligation for you to help your sisters. It's your obligation because I raised you, and then now you need to raise them too, because you were here, and if not me, you'll not be here. Like, people, there are people like that, and it's very sad because those children, they already have obligation.
They have
And
their
then
own
they
bills
have
to
the
pay.
burdens,
They're
like,
creating their own families.
yes. What if, and what sucks is because it's realities. There are
Yeah.
families who have that situation, and it's very sad because it's, they're still young. The parents gave them the obligation, which is, that's the parents' obligation. It's because, oh, you owe me, oh, because in it's in the Bible that you should obey your father and mother.
I was gonna talk about that.
They always quote that thing, and it's true, but in the Bible, it says also that you need to be responsible parents.
Let me tell you this. On the Bible, it says you should honor your mother and your father, your
Yeah.
father and your mother, or your parents, and you will have a long life.
Yes.
Right? But that goes back to the point where I was saying it should come out of your son or your daughter without you having to push it in them. Like, if it comes out of them from their heart to say, dad or mom, I know you're struggling right now. I'm gonna give you $100 for the electricity, or I'm gonna buy you some food. I'm gonna buy you some food this week when I get my paycheck or whatever. It should come out of them. You shouldn't have to go to them and say, I need you to buy me food because I don't have this, and that. Unless something tragic happened to you, like if you had a stroke and now you can't work and stuff like that. But it should still come out of them. You know what I mean? Like, abuela, my grandma always used to say, in Spanish, she says, el amor no se compra. You cannot buy love. If somebody doesn't love you, you cannot buy it. You cannot force it on them. It has to come out of them to say, hey, I'm going to help you and do this. It's the same thing with the kids. The kids, you brought into this world. You decided to lay with a woman or a man. You decided to bring this kid when you were not prepared financially. And now you are putting all the pressure on this kid, saying, because I brought you to the world, is your responsibility now to support me. And I think that is wrong. If it doesn't, it should come out of your son or your daughter and say, out of them, without you telling them ever, they should come out and say, you know what, Dad, I see you're struggling and I'm in a good position. I'm going to buy you some food tomorrow. I'll buy you a bag of rice, or I'm going to buy you this or that. It should come out of them. It shouldn't be pushed on them. Because that puts a lot of pressure on them, anxiety.
You need to be like, oh, I should, in this year, I need to have this career. Because I gotta help this. What if one time, like, that year is not your year?
Exactly.
It'll be like chaotic in your life. Some of them, like, they have mental, they experience depression, and like a lot of like, there are people who experience that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because mostly some people, especially in the Philippines, they like, just, we can do this, like, but in your mind, like, there's nothing, because especially eldest, mostly eldest, though, that, because they think your eldest means you're like your parents. You need to be not perfect, but you're like, I don't want to be weak in front of my younger siblings. I don't want to be with my sister, my younger brothers. I need to be strong, because if they see me weak, all of them will be like, I think our life will be miserable, and which is really, it's really sad, because if you're a parent, you need to be responsible with your children. If you brought them here, you need to, like, they're like, as a parent, food, shelter, education.
Yes.
those are the basic. Those are really not like, oh, I give you food, you don't have to go to school. Nope, they're all in one. It's not like because I already gave you food, or you're already here in this world, so it's your obligation for you to feed me. That's not parents.
See, the thing is that, in the past, we, especially my generation, we grew up seeing the example of our grandparents, our parents, and a lot of us think that, for example, me, when I was 21, I thought that I had to be married and with kids right away. But I didn't. It didn't even cross my mind about, you know what? I should probably go to college first, finish my career, save some money, and then think about it. Never crossed my mind. But guess what? Now
It's because of the same way you said, generational. That's how your parents,
that's
our
what they
great
did.
grandparents,
That's what I grew up
21
seeing.
years old, they got married. I think it's because financially they can buy. It's cheaper before. If you
Yeah,
have
things
that,
were cheaper.
if you have this job, you can buy and you can pay for your. You can pay for, like necessities in the house and the children. But
Yeah.
the same like you said.
Especially now, things are getting way more expensive.
Yes, it is.
Way more expensive.
What were you saying about like when you were 21?
Well, I was saying that, I didn't plan. Like, I just said, I want to have a kid and I want to be married. But I never thought, nobody told me, in school, they don't teach you that. Hold on.
But I have a quick also this I saw this in Facebook too. Like there are people like we're sad, like couples. There's like we're sad, like for like 20s. It doesn't matter. You're already legal age, but people would say like we're kind of both sad. Well, like our families kind of like my boyfriend or husband and wife. Like why don't we have kids? And mostly people will say that, and I saw it in Facebook. Like they're not ready financially, but it said like, well, it's just mostly their mind is like, well, we have work anyway, so I think we can provide them. Well, are you sure that's stable job? Are you sure that
That's a big mistake.
your salary is, because your salaries can feed yourself. Do you think
Is it
that your
enough?
salary is times 2 because you have
Exactly.
+1 in a relationship? You need to think that way. You don't think about I see. We're living right now. We still have food. Me and my girlfriend, my wife. But think about financial. About when you add one person in the family. Is the money that you make is good for more children?
That's a big change.
Yes, that's what people would ask me, like, how come you don't have kids? Like, it's easy for you to say that, but it's not. Like,
Yeah.
now that the same like you, I thought at 21 or 22 or 23 I'll have kids. But now that I'm 28 or like I'm really older, it's just that it's really hard. Now I understand those people who don't have kids. And then before I'm like them, like, how come you don't have kids? Like you're already 28, already like those age, those almost 25. I also judge them, but now that I'm here
Now you
in this
understand.
age, like, oh, that's why. And,
Yeah,
and my uncle, the reason why he don't have kids, because he knows that he doesn't have a work. Why not? Why are you
support
gonna?
him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why bring other person in your life?
To suffer.
Yes, it's selfish for you to do
Yeah,
that. It's very
absolutely.
selfish.
Absolutely. And there are people who do that all the time. There are
Yes.
people who do that all the time. They don't plan. They get into a child. Now all of a sudden money's tight. You can barely make it. You're always stressed out. You're one step away from losing your mind. And what am I gonna do tomorrow? And there's no need for that. When you can plan better, you can make sure you get your degree, go to school, save money, grow as a person, grow financially and mentally,
Yeah.
and then decide to have a kid and say, you know what, I'm ready now. Let's say if my kid gets sick, I think I can afford it, or if he needs this, I can afford it. Okay, now let's talk about that. You know what I mean?
And you need to be emotionally stable.
That's a big deal.
It's true
That's
because
a big deal.
I haven't experienced having kids, but you know, I have my nieces. They cry at night, especially if you like. There are women who work even though they have baby, because if they don't go to work, they don't have.
They don't have the money.
Yes, they
Yeah.
don't have the food to feed the kid, the baby. Some of them, mostly, now, I don't usually say mostly, but women encounter those things like, what do you call that? Like those women who just got labor or baby, who have like, if they encounter stress, some that it's really sad. Like there's she got, you know, in the Philippines, she have a baby because she was really kind of pissed. Like she don't know how to tame the baby because the baby's crying. You know what she did? Because she was super stressed and she's alone in the house. She killed the baby.
Yeah, that happens. There's what is called postpartum depression.
Yeah, postpartum
And
depression.
a lot of women go through that. And that's why it's important to have a good partner, a good husband, a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
When you're going through that time, they can take care, they can step up and say, you know what? You go chill, go relax, get a
Yeah.
couple of hours sleep, go rest, go out, you know, go get a coffee and I'll take care of the baby. You know, because
Yeah.
I know that you do a lot, you know, and I know it's a lot. But that's what happens when it goes back to what I was saying. You have to be careful who you have a kid with. You have to make sure that that is the right person.
Yes.
Because you are gonna need support.
Especially as
You are
women,
gonna need support.
we're the one who have babies.
Yes.
We'll have that baby for like 9 months, and then after that, we'll take care, breastfeed
Yes.
the baby.
Your
and
life-
and if your partner is bad,
It's not gonna help you.
it's
And your life literally
toxic.
revolves around that child. Once you're done, forget it. You can still go to school and do stuff, but it's tiresome. You
Yeah.
get tired.
Yeah, no, it's
So
sad.
so for those of you out there who are, you know, 20, 21 and are planning to have a baby, ask yourself these questions. Can I afford my bills? Am I with the right person to have this kid? Do I have a savings account? You know, I'm 21. If you are 20 or 21, unless you were born from a wealthy family, you are probably gonna struggle the first 9 years until you first 25 to 27. You're probably gonna struggle a little bit financially unless your family is wealthy and you were born into a rich family, because that's a different story. But if you're born from a middle class family, that the dad is a hard worker, the mom was a hard worker, and they raise you, and now it's your turn to have a family, I would suggest make sure that you go to school, get your degree, make sure you have a savings account, save money, get yourself your own place, pay yourself your own place for 2 or 3 years until you're sure that you can afford your bills, and have a little bit of extra money to bring a baby to the world, because it is unfair to that baby to come to this world to suffer because of your bad decision. And it is also stressful for you to bring a baby to suffer because of your bad decision. And everything goes back to you. You know, it's your decision to have the baby. So don't put all the pressure on this young man when he turns 20 and 21, because you made so many bad decisions in the past. Now you're putting it on him or her that they have to support you because you're older. Now, I understand if you are 80 or 90 years old, that you're in your last few years of your life, and you cannot take care of yourself. You know, you yourself cannot take care of you, that you need somebody. Absolutely, your kids will probably help you, you know, as long as you were a good person, a good parent to them. But it is not their obligation to pay for the bad decisions you made in the past. It is not. That's the way I see it anyways, you know. I think this is a great conversation. This is a great conversation. You know, stay vigilant out there. I want to say before we go, please, 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 to the women out there, elderly people, regular people, to be vigilant when you're out on the streets. I've noticed a pattern of copycats, of people who are hurting other people because they'll see on the same video that I watch, another crazy person will watch that video and say, you know what, I'm gonna do the same. So there are copycats out there. There are rumors, I don't know if this is true, but there are rumors that the three girls who were beating up that black girl, they were doing the Nolan Wells whatever trend. They were copying whatever happened to Nolan Wells. And I don't know since when do we get a satisfaction of hurting other people just to follow a trend.
It's not.
It's the wrong way to go.
Yeah.
You know?
If you harm a person, that's not really normal.
It is not normal.
It's not normal. What
It
if
is
I,
not
like
normal.
it's? I don't know why it's easy for them to do that.
And what are their parents?
Yeah, it's very sad for us to to see that the people experience. That's why people, you should know your friends, and if there's something red flag with your friend, just don't cap, but like stay
Vigilant.
Yeah,
please.
just it's better for me now that I'm married. You just trust your husband or your partner.
And I'm gonna tell you this: start carrying a gun.
It's advice.
I'm serious. I promise you that if someone is trying to break into your house and you have a gun and you put out there's a sign that you can buy that says weapons in the house, or we own a gun, or whatever, and you put it out there, somebody, that robber or that person, will think twice before breaking in your house. They'll probably say, you know what, they might shoot my butt, you know.
But yeah,
Start
stay
carrying
vigilant,
guns,
guys.
America. Start carrying guns. Carry a couple.
Get responsible. Just be
where they
responsible.
cannot see it. So if they try something, you shoot their ass. It's just the way it is.
But yeah, just stay vigilant.
Stay vigilant and
take care.
stay
Just
safe.
don't go to crowded people. And it's nice.
No dark alleys.
Yeah, it's better to have when you go out, it's nice to have a partner, or
Yes.
because someone will protect you, and at the same time, just stay away from people.
Yes.
That's crowded.
And if you're broke, stay away from having kids. You don't need to have kids if you're
yes,
broke.
it's true.
All right, guys.
Do we have rights to say that? Those people, like.
Yeah, if you're broke, don't have kids. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want.
This is
I'm
our
telling
advice.
you, this is what we will do. If I'm broke, I'm not having a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not having a kid if I'm broke. I'm not bringing a son to suffer to this world with me. I want my son to have the best.
Yeah.
So you do what you want. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have a kid if I was broke. How about that? That sounds better, right?
Yeah. That's our advice.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, we are going to leave it right here. We hope you guys like this content. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back with another video during the week. We hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and you enjoy the rest of your weekend with your loved ones always.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later, guys. Peace.